Happy 2013 and welcome to another great season of Coastal basketball. I'm Rich Chrampanis. Welcome to the Cliff Ellis Show season premiere. Coach, once again, we're excited to have you on the WPDE sports team, and what a way to start the year. We're going to look back on the first half, but what a game on Saturday against the newest Big South member.
Well, anytime you go on the road and start your conference off with a win, it's a good one. This team in Longwood is a new addition. They're a very good ball club. They're going to win a lot of games at home. Tough out, but we got a good outing from our team. We got to win, and it's a good way to start the Big South race.
This game was a real thrill ride, so we want to jump right into the highlights. Let's take a look at the action from Saturday afternoon between Longwood and Coastal Carolina. Can't ask for a much better start. Longwood dunked in pregame warm-ups. You can't do that, so here's Kier Greenwood. 2 free throws before the opening tip.
Well, I told our staff, this is a reminder of College of Charleston a year ago when College of Charleston opened with 2 foul shots because we had created a dunk a year ago, and then they had a kid that hit a 3-point shot at the end of the half. In the same story, Raffa hits a 3-point shot at the end of the half. So it was a College of Charleston game a year ago, but the tide turned, so to speak. Not to have anything to say about Monday night.
There you go. Coastal Carolina gets off to that 2-0 start, and then here's a lot of the newcomers we're talking about, and I've been pronouncing these for a couple of months, Coach. Juros Leskovic.
Yes, and you're better at it than I am, but Juros made a good move inside.
And then a big storyline in this game is the emergence of Warren Gillis as an offensive threat. Didn't get a lot of points his freshman year, but not the story anymore.
Well, I think 2 things. He's worked on his game in the offseason, and he's confident. As a starter, you get more playing time, you become more confident, but there's a lot of difference between being a sophomore and a freshman. We're very proud of the progress that he's made, and we think the freshmen that are here now will be doing the same thing a year from now.
Well, we saw so many Anthony Raffa highlights. I love this quick lightning pass to Kier Greenwood here.
That was a very nice play there.
10-2 early on, but Coach, Longwood is a team, this is their first ever Big South game. You knew you were going to get their best shot.
Well, it's kind of like us playing Clemson. This is a historic moment for their program, and we were going to get their best shot. They were fired up, and they gave us a great game.
Here's Warren Gillis a couple of more times, and he got that confidence early, and he just rode it the whole game.
He made some big shots, and they were momentum plays for us, too.
Gillis here makes it 18-10 Coastal, then another one of the newcomers, Badu Jang. It's 22-14 Coastal. Nice 3 there.
Yeah, nice 3, and he did a good job with that. He gives us a lift at the 4 spot when he gives us that 3-point shot. Probably should have played him more, but the way the groove of the game was going, we're just finding ways to stop Longwood's inside game.
Kier Greenwood had a big offensive first half. Here the hoop and the foul falls down hard, but he's fine.
I tell you what, he did a great job in the first half keeping us in the game. He made a lot of big plays.
Here's Kier from 3. That gave him 14 points about 15 minutes into the game. And then another newcomer, El Haji Jagan, hitting the bank shot.
Well, he did a great job as far as rebounding. He hit the shot, but his 12 rebounds in this game, Rich, were huge for us.
A big double-digit rebound performance for El Haji, and then Longwood was trailing the whole first half. Here's Stephen Shockley to get Longwood within 1 at 36-35, but this is where your veteran play really helps. Anthony Raffa answers right back.
Yes, and you got to commend our veterans for keeping their composure.
And then final play of the first half, Coach. We've had a lot of fun moments, and this is one's right up there.
Well, again, it's like the College of Charleston moment a year ago. We finished it with a 3-point shot, 7-point lead, and we're very fortunate to have the lead.
Take a look at it again. Anthony Raffa about 1.5 feet inside a half court. He hit one against Radford a couple of years ago. This one was from the corner, and it's awfully pretty.
Well, these guys, when they have free time, they love to practice that kind of stuff. So, the repetition, now and then it's going to fall for you.
45-38 Coastal at the half. Second half, here comes Raffa right out of the gate. It was Raffa and Gillis setting the tone.
They did a great job, but Longwood's answering the bell also.
And Jaylani Dublin gives the Lancers their first lead of the game. And at this point, Coach, you know that you're locked in for a battle.
Well, we know it. The crowd's into it. We've got to focus on defending them because now they're confident. They're at home. They're making plays.
Coach, conference play is a different animal, and when you have a guy like Raffa who's been around the block more than once, you see his experience. It's experience right now more than anything.
There is no doubt about that. Experience is a big factor anytime you play, and we're an inexperienced team inside, but on the perimeter we have experience, and we've got to exploit that.
Raffa with the steal and the goaltend here. They give Coastal the bucket. It's 58-58 with 10:05 to go. And then here's Raffa one more time in the paint to tie it at 60.
Well, he made a big play here, and that's a momentum play like the others have been.
From this point, though, it becomes the Warren Gillis show. Here, Gillis with the hoop and the foul. Huge, huge play.
That was nice. The Philadelphia kid, he's making some things happen.
Then Gillis would miss the free throw, and there's Michelle Ananga. Right place, right time, puts it back. You're up 4.
Now that was a huge momentum basket. Now that's what you want. Those are hustle plays. That was a big momentum play for us to get the win.
Ananga puts Coastal up 4. Gillis again with the hoop and the foul. It's 68-64. Coach, you got to love the way this young man's maturing.
Now we need stops.
Longwood would hit a couple of free throws to get within 2, and then we saw a lot of Gillis inside. Here's the dagger from the outside.
That was big. They go to zone. He knocks down a 3. That was big.
Coastal up 5, 71-66. Gillis one more time keeps the lead at 4 points. Nick Brown gets it to within 2 at 73-71. Now, once again, experience. Here's Kier Greenwood at a 1-and-1. Calmly hits both free throws, but he would foul out a couple of seconds later.
Well, free throws win games in the last 4 minutes of a game. Kier's free throws were big. Fouling out, that was big. If we go into overtime, we got confidence in Charles, but we need Kier in the ball game.
And then here's the play that really was the knockout punch. Raffa, I don't know how he does it in that lane, but he just gets that leaner to fall.
Well, he's good. He's as good in the open floor and getting down in there as anybody is in the league.
And Coastal Carolina able to stave off a very feisty Longwood squad. Coach, you get a quality win, 80-72.
Well, anytime you win on the road, it's big.
Anthony Raffa leads the way for Coastal with 26 points. Warren Gillis had 21, and Kier Greenwood had 19 as the Chanticleers improved to 6-6 on the season. And after the game, Raffa talked about opening Big South play on the road with a win.
Everybody's record 0-0, and Coach tells us we need to steal them on the road. And the last couple of years we've been very, very good on the road, and we started off with a bang today.
Yeah, I just wanted to be more aggressive today, and the past couple of games I haven't been able to finish because of foul trouble or injury. So I just wanted to come out and be aggressive the whole game.
Our HTC peak performer from the Longwood game is Warren Gillis, the sophomore guard out of Philadelphia, with 21 points. Probably his best offensive game as a Chanticleer, Coach.
I don't think there's any doubt, and he hit some momentum plays. I thought the three-point shot when they went to zone was huge. It kind of took the wind out of the sails of Longwood. That was a huge play.
Time for us to take a break. When we come back, we'll look back on the first half of the 2012-2013 season. You're watching the Cliff Ellis Show on WPDE News Channel 15. The Cliff Ellis Show is brought to you by HTC. This is life. Connect with it. And by DarPro Solutions, America's largest and oldest recycling solutions company that serves the nation's food industry. A special thanks to HTC and DarPro Solutions, co-title sponsors of the Cliff Ellis Show.
HTC connects my family, neighbors, and businesses in our community to the most reliable communication services at the best possible value. More services, more savings, which is value I count on when I bundle, giving me more connections to the things that matter the most.
Bundle and save up to $45 per month today on your HTC services with HTC Member Connections.
HTC, this is life. Connect with it.
DarPro Solutions is America's oldest, largest, and most innovative recycling solutions company that serves our nation's food industry. DarPro offers their customers over a century of experience, a network of nationwide locations, and a continuous commitment to research and to develop tomorrow's recycling solutions. DarPro is founded on the heritage of two great companies, Darling International and Griffin Industries. A special thanks to DarPro Solutions for being the co-title sponsor of the Cliff Ellis Basketball Show.
The Cliff Ellis Show is brought to you by Waccamaw Land and Timber. Serving the Grand Strand since 1982, the ultimate goal of Waccamaw Land and Timber is to match the best interest of both the buyer and the seller. If you're looking for a place to relax, hunt or fish, the professionals at Waccamaw Land and Timber can find you the perfect recreational property. Call 449-0041 to discuss your real estate needs with Waccamaw Land and Timber. I want to thank my friend Keith Henson from Waccamaw Land and Timber for their support of the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers.
In the blink of an eye, everything changed.
The house we called home, gone. Glad to see you and your family are okay. Because what is lost can always be found again.
Welcome back to this season premiere of the Cliff Ellis Show. We'll be with you each and every Sunday at 12 noon on News Channel 15. Plus, you'll be able to see the show on CarolinaLive.com. And Coach, I'm excited about the fact that with so many international players on the roster, I think we're going to get web traffic from literally all over the world to see the Chanticleers this year.
Well, there's no question about that. We've got a diverse group, and they're great young men. We're very proud of them. A lot of them are young, learning the game, but can't say enough about them. They really have done well, not only on the court and learning the game, but academically we're very proud of what they're doing.
Well, let's take a look back at the start of this season, christening the HTC Center, and a huge win against the Clemson Tigers.
With just 3 players back who saw significant playing time, newcomers is a big storyline when it comes to the 2012-2013 Chanticleers. Perhaps the biggest newcomer of all isn't a player, but CCU's new hoops home. The HTC Center takes Coastal off of the list of the smallest capacities in Division I and gives the program a true jewel when it comes to recruiting and promoting the Coastal Carolina basketball program. On November 9th, the HTC Center was christened as Coastal opened the season against Akron. Kier Greenwood goes down in the history books as the first ever point scored at the Chants' new home with this three-pointer. Anthony Raffa began his final season with a 27-point effort. For a good portion of November, Raffa would lead Division I in scoring. Coastal goes on to a 74-70 overtime win as Greenwood added 19. It's an impressive win as Akron was coming off a 22-win season and an NIT berth, and after losing to CCU in early November, since then, Akron has had wins against UNC Asheville, Penn State, and Princeton. 2 tough road tests followed the Akron win. After a loss at Ole Miss, Anthony Raffa had 25 points at East Tennessee State, but Jeremiah Samaripas gets the steal and lay-in to give East Tennessee State a 1-point lead late in the game. Judd Dillard had 34 points. Coastal falls 71-67 to drop to 1-2 on the season. On November 20th, a milestone for Raffa in a matchup against Johnson and Wales. The guard poured in the first 5 points of the game and 16 points in 11 minutes to reach the 1,000-point mark in a Coastal uniform. Raffa became the 17th Chanticleer to reach 1,000, and with his freshman year at Albany, he goes over the 1,300-point mark. Junior transfer
El Hadji Jagan
had his best effort in a CCU uniform with 16 points and an easy 96-40 victory. On November 24th, Richard Pitino, the son of legendary coach and current Louisville headman Rick Pitino, brought Florida International to the Grand Strand. Raffa was electric with a 34-point effort to lead all scorers, but the Chanticleers were playing catch-up the entire game. Malik Smith paced the Panthers with 21 points in an 80-71 victory. Coastal then had a pair of games against America East foe Boston University. The Terriers routed the Chanticleers 74-44 in Beantown, but a much more competitive game on December 6 at the HTC Center. Dom Morris was disruptive in the first half as BU raced out to an 8-point lead, but CCU began a comeback. Anthony Raffa with the drive gets CCU within 1 point early in the second half. Then with 2:14 to go, it's Kier Greenwood with the steal and layup to get Coastal within 3 at 62-59. But the Terriers deliver the dagger courtesy of this Travis Robinson 3. CCU falls to BU for a second straight game, 69-63, the final. After 7 days between games, Coastal had to wipe the rust off early against tiny Toccoa Falls. Chanticleers struggled in the first half to just a 9-point lead at 34-25, but they dominated the second stanza. Raffa with 15 points, part of a 26-2 run to open the second half. Justin Daniel chipped in with 9 points off the bench in an easy 75-38 win.
They get it in. Grandigo, the fake, the turn, he shoots, it is no good, follow, yes, at the buzzer, it counts, and Coastal Carolina has won the ball game.
CCU's buzzer beater at Clemson was one of the big moments in Chanticleer basketball history a year ago. The Clemson Tigers were not going to take CCU lightly when they came to the HTC Center, and Coastal responded with the first special moment in their new home.
This one's a shocker. Coastal had to be considered a big underdog with just one Division I win heading into this one. Anthony Raffa scores the game first 5 points, including this 3 here. 7-0 Coastal early. They built a 10-2 advantage, and then the Tigers begin to settle down. Devin Booker strong on the inside, and then here's KJ McDaniels hitting a 3. 17-14 Clemson, but the Tigers go ice cold for the last 8 minutes of the first half, and Coastal takes advantage. Raffa was sensational. Taking a look at him, taking it hard to the dish. At the half, Coastal has a 27-19 lead, and they're feeling the upset bug at the HTC Center. Second half, Booker led Clemson with 16. He thunder dunks one here. Clemson would get as close as 4 at 35-31, but no closer. That's because Coastal gets hot from the outside. They had 9 3-pointers. Kier Greenwood, 10 points and 7 assists. Michelle Ananga opening it up to a double-digit advantage. And Coastal would run Clemson out of the gym. Raffa had 25 points. The Chanticleers get a 69-46 win over Clemson, 2 straight wins over the ACC Tigers. And after the game, Brad Brownell, understandably, a little shell-shocked.
You know, they hurt us in transition early. Raffa got some baskets in transition where he's a good finisher, and Greenwood is so good with the ball in the half court that it's hard to, you know, keep him from making good decisions. He was obviously had 7 assists. They control pace very well. And then, you know, they've got big physical bodies. I mean, they don't look like a Big South team. They've got big, strong, physical kids at the 3, 4, and 5. And so physically, it's hard to overpower them.
Remember, I explained to y'all before the season started, we were going to have some tough roads early in the season. And I think, you know, this game shows what we can do for the rest of the season. You know, it's a statement game pretty much to show that, you know, 7 new guys, pretty much all big guys, you know, came in, you know, worked hard through the preseason. You know, first couple games, we're still trying to get used to each other. And I think, you know, tonight we came all together as a team, and I hope this carries on to, you know, January, February, and March.
I mean, it builds a lot of confidence. Like, it will help us a lot as young guys, freshmen coming in, getting this big win. I mean, we're gonna play more. Like, we have more confidence now, and then we're gonna look forward to something bigger.
Everybody in this state, and I told our team, you did more for Coastal Carolina University than you can imagine, because when people wake up tomorrow, this wasn't somebody that people don't know. People are going to look and say, what? So enrollment goes up, fundraising goes up. When it comes to winning, ESPN came in and took the last 3 minutes of this game, and it showed the world what was happening. So Arizona, Gonzaga, those people are picking. Say, what in the world? Who's coach? It just gives you a platform. And there's not been a bigger night in regular season in Clemson, in Coastal history than the night of us beating Clemson. I thought last year beating them there was big, but we did it in front of our home people. And you just can't put what that means to those kids, to the university, to our basketball program.
Following the benchmark win, a tough test at the College of Charleston. The Cougars, with first-year head coach Doug Wojcik, had an Olympian in guard Andrew Lawrence and the talent to contend for a SoCon title. For the first time, Raffa was held scoreless as Kier Greenwood had to handle the scoring load with 17 points. But the Chanticleers falling short to the college 70-61 back on December 22nd. Following Christmas, CCU closed out the calendar with one more tune-up at home before Big South play begins. Mark Haggard looks back on last Sunday's game between the Chanticleers and Greensboro College.
Following an 8-day layoff, Coastal Carolina took on Division III Greensboro College. Anthony Raffa got back on track after going scoreless in his last outing. Raffa scored 20 points against Greensboro, but Greensboro hung around. Lukman Tijani hit one of his 6 threes here. He finished with a game-high 22. Greensboro hit a total of 11 threes on the night. CCU trailed 29-28 with just over 4 minutes to play before halftime, but they closed strong. Michelle Inanga scored back-to-back buckets, and Warren Gillis buried a pair of threes. Coastal took a 5-point lead into the locker room. The second half belonged to Coastal. Kier Greenwood had a big night. He led Coastal's offense with 21 points and 8 assists. The Chants pulled away, going on a 16-2 run. Inanga with the exclamation, Coastal Carolina beat Greensboro 85-65 to finish up the 2012 portion of their schedule.
You know, it was our first game coming back from break, so I mean, we wanted to get back together, you know, playing with each other. I mean, and we knew they could play. Coach said, you know, don't underestimate this team, and you know, at first, you know, we didn't know how good they were, but we knew, you know, they could play, and then, you know, they just started raining threes, and we made some adjustments in the second half, and they didn't make so many threes as they did in the first half.
Yeah, we underestimated their shooting ability. They definitely came out and was 7 for 20 at halftime, so they were shooting the ball real well, and you can't trade threes for twos, so we had to key in second half, take away some of their three-point shots, and make them be more of a two-point scoring team, and that's what we did in the second half.
Hey, Coach, I thought the way you set up the schedule was awfully challenging. You know, now that you look back, Akron's a team that's picked up a couple of real quality wins, Penn State and Princeton. You know, BU's going to probably be very tough to beat in the America East. You got some NCAA caliber teams, and you got a young group, and you kind of threw them into the fire there.
Yeah, well, absolutely. College of Charleston, Ole Miss, Clemson. We played the toughest schedule we've played. You know, our schedule's rated, when you look at it, I noticed that our schedule is rated around 40 in the nation. And when you look at that, it's a tough schedule to put to a young team. I think I overdid it, but at the same time, I'm hoping it pays dividends. And I think against Longwood, I think that type of competition helped as we go on the road, because having played an Ole Miss, having played a College of Charleston, Boston University on the road, I think it helps us in games like this, and 3 of our first conference games are on the road.
Coastal Carolina getting it done in the first half with that big win over Clemson, the highlight, and the Chanticleers now ready to tackle Big South play. Let's take a break. When we come back, it's time for Chants Corner. We'll spend some time with Anthony Raffa. That's when the Cliff Ellis Show continues right after this. The Cliff Ellis Show is brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration, Coastal Orthopedic, Strand Orthopedic, and Creek Rats.
Coastal Carolina University Chanticleers need to concentrate on playing their best, not worrying about what to do if an injury occurs. At Strand Orthopedic Consultants and Coastal Orthopedic Associates, we offer all our patients comprehensive orthopedic care from our team of renowned specialists. So no matter what your game, you can stay on top of it. Strand Orthopedic Consultants and Coastal Orthopedic Associates, proud to be the team physicians of the Coastal Carolina University Chanticleers and sponsors of the Coach Cliff Ellis Show.
Hello, I'm Tommy Britton. Along with my children, Case, Preston, and Mary Madison, I practice law here in Myrtle Beach. We're now known as the Britton Law Firm. And Coach Ellis and Coach LaForce, we have fine men that are leading our students at Coastal to great achievements. It's been a pleasure over the years to sponsor this program. The Britton Law Firm, all claims, trials in all courts.
Crestcom Bank is now offering our customers a new reason to smile. It's our totally free checking. And when we say free, we mean free. Totally free checking means free online banking, free online bill pay, free MasterCard debit card, free first order of checks, free unlimited checking. You'll even receive a free gift when you open an account. To sign up for totally free checking, visit any of our Crestcom Bank locations throughout Myrtle Beach and Charleston. Crestcom Bank. Have a nice bank.
Welcome to Chants Corner. Today we have Anthony Raffa from Sea Isle City, New Jersey. They had the storm there this year. Tell us about the storm. 8 foot of water came into your family's restaurant.
Yep, and we had to gut the whole place, and it's we're in the rebuilding process right now.
Yeah, and our thoughts have been with you and your family, but it has not kept your mom and dad from missing a game, has it?
No, sir. They've been at every one of my games so far this year, and they're going to follow me the rest of my career.
Absolutely. And Anthony this year eclipsed the 1,000-point mark, which I thought was a great tribute to him. I call him the Energizer Bunny. He just plays, and he goes, and he goes, and he goes, and he goes. Now that you look back on your career as a 4-year player now, what's been the greatest experience you've had at Coastal thus far?
Just being successful, you know. I got my degree. I graduated last year with a degree in communication and journalism, and this year, you know, I'm just focusing on basketball, which is a good thing, and I mean, we played it. We had a lot of good games this year. I mean, I've been successful here. Our team's been successful, and that's all that counts, you know, as a student and as an athlete.
Well, we've been very proud to have Anthony Raffa, who's been one of the leading scorers in Coastal Carolina history. Comes to play every day. He's a leader on our basketball team. It's been a pleasure to have him and watch him grow as a Chanticleer.
The Cliff Ellis Show is brought to you by Waccamaw Land and Timber, Beach Realty, and the Britton Law Firm.
Locals love Creek Rats for dinner. They rave about the seafood dinner special, baskets, po' boys, wraps, and burgers. But when you experience those incredible waterfront views, you get that relaxed Creek Rats attitude. On the Marsh Walk in Merle's Inlet and on Celebration Lake in Florence.
The Cliff Ellis Show is brought to you by Beach Realty. Working with Beach Realty means you get the reliability and dedication that comes with a team of seasoned professionals who are willing to go beyond the call of duty for you or your family. Visit scbeachrealty.com or call 877-98-SUNNY to learn how Beach Realty can help you locate your future real estate in the Garden City, Merle's Inlet, and Surfside Beach areas. Thanks to Kevin Dorenzo and the team at Beach Realty for being a part of our team on The Cliff Ellis Show.
Discover the road to fun through books. Reading allows you to explore new worlds, go on adventures, and to dream big. To celebrate reading, Ringling Brothers and your local libraries are hosting Reading with Ringling Brothers. Children between the ages of 2 and 12 can participate in the program by signing up with a librarian and by reading 5 books. Kids receive cool bookmarks, clown noses, and can even earn a free circus ticket. For more information, visit readingwithringling.com. Brought to you locally by WPDE News Channel 15. Playing February 14th through 17th at the Florence Civic Center. Go to ringling.com for more info.
Come get that relaxed Creek Rats attitude on the Marsh Walk in Merle's Inlet and overlooking Celebration Lake on South Cashua in Florence.
As we head for home in the season premiere of the Cliff Ellis Show, it's time now for the HTC Scouting Report. Coach, back home for a Wednesday tilt against Presbyterian, then right back here to Virginia for the Liberty Flames.
Well, it's very important that we come back home against Presbyterian. Students are gone. It's very important that we have a great crowd and get that atmosphere in the HTC Center Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. And then, of course, you've got Liberty on the road Saturday, so it's going to be 2 games a week the rest of the way. It's going to be quite a ride and a lot of fun, but a good way to start it at Longwood Saturday afternoon.
And if you're looking for a reason to come out to the HTC Center on Wednesday night, Kier Greenwood with 19 points here at Longwood is at 999 career points. I have a feeling you'll figure out a way to get to him 1,000 at home.
I think he'll get that one, but we're very proud of Kier and what he's done. We're proud of our team. We've got a young team. They're going to be sporadic at times, but they do some good things, as we've seen with Clemson, we've seen with Akron, we see on the road here today. We've got to be patient with them and continue to let them grow.
Coach, great win here. Always good to start Big South on the road, 1-0.
Absolutely.
For the coach, I'm Rich Chrampanis. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next Sunday. We'll be back here in Virginia, this time in Lynchburg, as we'll take you through another week of Coastal Carolina basketball.
HTC high-speed internet is fast for my family, and that's good because with 4 of us online at one time, we can't afford to slow down. HTC is a plan that keeps our home connection up to speed, and faster speeds make it even easier to connect to family, friends, business, and entertainment on our tablets, laptops, and smartphones. And that's how HTC connects my home with the things that mean the most.
Get more speed at home for your new tablets with HTC high-speed internet and save.
HTC, this is life. Connect with it.
DAR Pro Solutions is America's oldest, largest, and most innovative recycling solutions company that serves our nation's food industry. DAR Pro offers their customers over a century of experience, a network of nationwide locations, and a continuous commitment to research and to develop tomorrow's recycling solutions. DAR Pro is founded on the heritage of 2 great companies, Darling International and Griffin Industries. A special thanks to DAR Pro Solutions for being the co-title sponsor of the Cliff Ellis Basketball Show.